Alright, chat. Today we're playing, Pokemon Champions. I'm not gonna make a lot of videos on this. In fact, if I had to guess, this will probably be only one since I'm just using this to test out the new style of video that I might be doing for a while. That's the only reason you're gonna be seeing this at all. But I am pretty decent. Not exactly like, tier above the rest or anything like that. Let's see the team that we're facing here. Okay, we always want to have Whimsicott on our team. We don't really have a great matchup here, not gonna lie. Let's just start off with Tailwind, and then, yeah, Mega Draco Meteor. Unless he uses Protect, then we should be able to gain a 1. Okay, they're gonna try and go for the same thing, but we're gonna have our Tailwind off so we can get the strike in faster. That's just how it works. Now it depends on who's stronger if I don't one-shot him. Okay, I didn't get the one-shot off, which means it's just going to come down to who's stronger. I don't exactly like the Thunder Wave, but still we have our Focus Slash in play. Okay. So we have a chance. Great. Alright, now it depends on who's faster. That's not super great. Okay, we killed their Mega Dragonites. Good. They still have a Machamp. Probably gonna be useful to use Encore against, well, him. And, now he's stuck using Thunder Wave for a little bit. Which, you know, he just can't do. Alright, he killed me. Okay, that's a small setback, but nothing too bad. Let's also Leech Seed the Machamp and go for a Will-O-Wisp so he can use Hex. I saw that one coming. Infernape, okay. I see this going one of two ways. Let's go for another Tailwind. And just try to get this Hex in. By the way, my Whimsicott has Prankster if anyone wants to copy down the strats. I'd say that Hex did pretty good damage. Okay, that's slightly unfortunate, but luckily the burn will neutralize it. So. Our Corviknight's pretty bulky. Now I'm gonna Blizzard both of them, hoping it kills the Machamp. We're not in a Snowscape, so it might be a little bit difficult, but if all goes according to plan, we should get the kill. Okay, that was close, but the burn should take it down. I saw that one coming. Let's just hope the burn kills the Machamp. Oh! Alright, we killed the Machamp by using the Leech Seed. I guess it works for Pokemon that aren't the one who said it. Alright, you still have Jolteon. Okay, Infernape's kind of the biggest threat to us, so I'm just gonna go for the Body Press. Jolteon is a little bit dangerous, but not as dangerous. Plus, I might as well gain 8. We still have the power of Tailwind on our side. Update, I think we're losing this battle. Okay, we lost. Which, you know, isn't too bad. But I guess we could theoretically do better. And we have a new opponent ready. Let's do this. Guess that's really the best we can do. Okay, the first two are the fire types. Amazing. I'm gonna go for my... By the way, my Machamp has no guard. I just have to hope that I... Right, and Incineroar is known for kind of doing that. Yep, okay, it held a Focus Slash. So. Now, before it can do anything, I just have to sort of negate it. So. And hope that it works. Yes! So now it's stuck in that limbo. And it swaps. Okay, well, they're about to be hit by Dynamic. Huh. Whatever, they're confused now. We have the priority here, so I suggest we try to use it. They're just gonna resend out Incineroar, bro. Okay, updates. Yeah, he's definitely just gunning for me. Okay, we somehow survived. And considering I don't want to die, who should we summon? Let's Leech Seed Clefable, and then swap into Frostlass. In fairness, I saw that one coming. Okay, now that means we have the advantage. Now I say we use Snowscape Blizzard just so I can slime these guys out. Since we have, you know, the speedy advantage now. That did not go as well as I wanted it to. Oh, she's frozen. Nice. Are we? Hey! Let's reach to see the big and Cinny here, and then just slime them out. Okay, we got rid of their Mega. I'm gonna assume Incineroar is targeting Whimsicott here. I was wrong. Now we're in a matchup that we definitely don't enjoy, but he's at literally 1 HP. On second thought... Okay, if Whimsicott is able to get the Tailwind off, we win. Ah, great. We did in fact kill Talonflame this time. And Incineroar is frozen. This is a good day. King Gambit. And before I die, let's just give King Gambit a burn. Hope Incineroar doesn't thaw out just to make sure we don't get our Tailwind off. Going for Whimsicott on the Sucker Punch. Or, well, I guess I didn't technically attack. I'm just burning him. Flare Blitz. Okay, the Whimsicott died, but you know what it did give us? It gave us a free swap into one of our more dangerous mods. It's gonna take an insane amount of strategy with this. Well, he forfeited, so I guess I'll technically count that as a win. I'll take that win. Okay. We definitely want Frostlass. Whimsicott. Absol. And... it's either Machamp or Corviknight. I'm gonna go with Machamp. We're not using Dragonite this time. Okay. I mean, in fairness, I do like those odds. And there's not really anything that can stop us from using, I mean, there's a chance for a Graph could have Sucker Punch, but a chance. Let's just see how it works. Okay. So we're gonna take down their Mega right here. Or we aren't taking down their Mega. Trick Row. I don't really know how that affects it in its Tailwind setting. But I'm gonna play a smart game and use Encore on Farigiraf. So that way basically just resets the Trick Room. Thanks. Okay. Whimsicott. uses a Leech Seed on Farigarath. Maybe Armor Tail blocks that too, I have no idea. He was expecting something. That was his mistake. Okay. I'm gonna use Encore and Incineroar, so it has to take recoil damage. What do you mean it doesn't affect the opposing Incineroar, bro? What do you mean it just doesn't affect him? Okay, our Tailwind is gone and Whimsicott is almost dead. And Garchomp is back in play. Alright. Let's Light Screen. Alright, I'm gonna increase my friends' survivability chance. Because I know it'll go to any Pokemon, not just Whimsicott's. That nearly killed it. He's close. Let's hope I actually did this right. Yes! Alright, I got it down. If Garchomp is going for an attack, I still want him dead. And if he's not, I can still take a bit of a chunk out Grandpa. Okay, great. Either way, Drampa's pretty down. Huh? Okay. Now we're expecting Absol to just only sweep them out? Absol is strong, sure, but it's not that built for it. I knew he was gonna do that. Okay, do I have any option? Predict? Or just going for a decentish kill? I'm gonna say just going for a decentish kill. I'll try to do that predicty thing with the sucker punch because it never works out for me. But I guarantee they're gonna try and do something just one shot. But if that involved a Rigger Wrap, they can't do it now. Alright, so now I have this Guard Stomp who's at 10% health while I'm at full health. And it one-shot me. Okay, I will admit that actually hurt a little bit. Okay, do want to try a different team. And this is a team I, well, tried to make it work. Oh! But before I show you this new team, I gotta see if there's, like, anything interesting going on. Because I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of those, so. Alright, Gorgeist. That doesn't seem too bad. Whiff intimidates. All right. This would be fire for me. In theory, I could see that being really useful. Okay. Yeah, that helps a lot, actually. None of these I really want to keep permanently. But of the ones I want to keep temporarily, I'd say this is probably the best. Okay, now I want to show you a special team I've been cooking up. Team 2. Now, admittedly, this team, isn't as good as my first one. But, you know, it'll be a lot better when Toxic Orbs get added to the game because... Goliath's score has Poison Heal. And when you pair that with Toxapex and Toxic, well, suddenly I can just sort of, you know, revive him. But once I get Toxic Orb, this team is really gonna shine a lot better since I can clear up a slot from Toxapex. And I haven't bought him permanently, so yeah. I'm just waiting for the Toxic Orb to get added at this point, so. Dragapult generally functions as a better dragon type than Garchomp because of Dragon Darts. Quick lesson. If he throws out Scizor, I might want Arcanine now. Okay, I'm gonna risk it and throw out Arcanine. Not exactly the best I could choose, but it'll work. Yeah. Alright, first opponents aren't anything massive. Let's up Stealth Rock just so they have to live with that. Bro. Alright, now he's gonna have to think a lot more about swapping. And now I have a healing condition. Healing. Probably not gonna live for a lot longer. So let's see if I can even get off one attack. It's not very effective, but here's the thing. It lowers their attack. Nice. They just got the one thing I didn't want to see happen. Okay, now I knew Toxapex was gonna die there. Just know. That's why I'm hoping when I get the Toxapex I don't have to deal with that. And now I have to genuinely kill this thing pretty fast. If I had to guess, it might use Earthquake. So I'm going to use a big brain tactic that the elites won't tell you about. So. I'm going to Phantom Force the Excadrill. Now, eventually... You are under the ground, bro. Now, eventually, you know, the sandstorm will go away, and then Tyranitar will show back up. Or, you know, my poison can be removed. But until that time comes, I'm going to take advantage of it as much as possible. And well, here's Tyranitar back. Okay, now Dragon Darts? This will hit both of them, which is sort of what I'm going for here. But the point is that they will die eventually. Okay, okay. We can still come back from that. We can still absolutely come back from that. Okay. I know my Breaking Swipe should be able to take care of the Excadrill. I just want to see what he does. Okay. That might not seem like a smart move, but it is. Tyranitar is super weak now. Yeah, great. And it doesn't do that much damage. For supposedly being super effective. Alright, he's gonna throw a guard chomp. But my breaking swipe is super effective against guard chomp. So in case you can't tell, I'm using an ancient strategy called doing whatever is necessary to win the battle. Okay, Tyranitar died because of the... That's why I set that up. Because now Garchomp gotta deal with both of us. Oh, right, I forgot. Updates. Garchomp has to deal with both of us. This is probably the weirdest strategy ever used, but it's working. Oh no. Garchomp has a chance. Alright, that's the win. I say we do one more battle. Just, you know, with the original team. Martin. Okay. Dragon, I can handle, like, 3 of these guys. Correction 4. Awesome. Okay, so this team can basically handle anything they throw out. Alright, original Kanto music. Then we Tailwind. First we tail and then we wind. Let's Tailwind. Alright, he's going for a swap. Doesn't actually fit too well. But you know, he's gonna be hurting himself. Oh, glad we go for that. Oh, right. So Absol. Okay. They still have all 4 of their Pokemon we're down to. We can still win this. It's just gonna require us to do things that I never thought I would be doing. Okay. We still took out their Skeleturge. They're still pretty down. Let's see who he brings out. I can work with that. Scizor might be trying to go in for a kill here, so I'm just gonna use Sucker Punch. And if he hits himself in confusion, well, goodbye. I'm gonna Ice Punch that Superior. Alright, Leech Seed. That's not exactly amazing. But they just lost, like, 3 of their Pokemon. Well, 2. He's clearly just built for survival. He may send out, Tyranitar. This is where I am, I'm not sorry. Now I just have to hope that we're faster than them, which Absol is probably faster than that thing. When I say that thing, I'm not going to refer to who I'm talking about. Alright. It doesn't matter, you're probably still gonna get one-shots. And if you're not, that might be a slight problem. Update, not a one-shot, but it still did a lot of damage. And you're dead. But either way, we can now focus all of our efforts on that snake. Not like we needed to, though. Alright, let's claim our rewards and then I'm basically done. Let's just move to the battle data screen. Single battle rankings? Double battle. So these are the ones that are most common. I can imagine. Change my outfits. I mean, I have no friends, so I can't do that. Alright, gang, think that's gonna be it for this video of Champions. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you whenever I post the next video. I'm out. Bye.